What happens when the world waits for thunder, but the sky refuses to break? That is the spirit of the Sigma male. A man who does not bend to society's constant demands. He is not here to entertain, to meet expectations, or to follow the script others hand him. Instead, he decides when and where his energy will flow. And that decision unsettles those who want to control him. The Sigma male proves that true power is not found in noise or display. Power exists in silence, in restraint, in the refusal to be drained by a world that always asks for more. While others scatter pieces of themselves in search of approval, he protects his essence and refuses to let it be consumed. This makes him unpredictable, and unpredictability disturbs those who survive on routine and easy patterns. You may feel the urge at times to give people what they demand, to bend in order to be accepted. But real strength is found in the moments you say no, when you hold back, when you wait until the moment feels right for you. The Sigma male lives by this principle. He reminds us that storms do not appear for amusement. They rise on their own terms, and so should you. Never let the world force you to rain before your sky is ready. Stand firm, protect your strength, and remember, your silence can carry as much power as your voice. Let's begin. Number 1, the Sigma male's silent power, mastering timing over reaction. The Sigma male is like a storm-gathering force in silence, refusing to release its power simply because the world demands a spectacle. He understands that true strength is not about reacting to every push or pressure, but about choosing the right moment to strike. Timing, not force, is what separates a fleeting drizzle from a storm that reshapes the land. This is why the Sigma male unsettles so many. He refuses to bow to the endless demand to prove himself. By holding back, he displays a level of control most people can only imagine. Think about it, life constantly pressures us to respond instantly, to give answers before we've even thought them through, just to meet expectations. Many surrender to this, blurting out words or making choices they later regret. The Sigma male doesn't. He lets silence breathe, because he knows silence itself is powerful. It forces others to wait, to think, to move at his pace, not theirs. Picture an athlete who doesn't unleash all his strength in the first round. He conserves his energy, studies the opponent, and strikes only when it matters most. That's how the Sigma male lives. He knows that wasting energy too early leaves you empty when it truly counts. His refusal to perform on command is not weakness, it's strategy. In everyday life, this looks like ignoring petty arguments, walking away from forced opportunities, and saving his energy for people and pursuits that truly matter. While others drain themselves trying to keep up, he stays steady, patient, and calculating. And when he finally acts, it feels like thunder breaking after a long silence, impossible to ignore. The lesson here is simple: you don't owe the world your energy just because it demands it. Let your power build quietly. Release it only when the moment is right, and it will command respect. That's how storms earn their place, and how you can too. Number 2, why Sigma males refuse to play society's script. The Sigma male refuses to play the roles the world assigns him, because he knows those roles are often designed to weaken, not empower. This is what sets him apart. Most people spend their lives forcing themselves into molds created by others, a son expected to behave one way, a friend another, an employee something entirely different. These roles may look harmless, but more often they exist to control, to limit, and to keep people predictable. The Sigma male sees through this trap and walks away. Think about the way society scripts life. A young man is told to follow a safe career path even if it kills his spirit. A husband is pressured to show love only in socially acceptable ways, even if it doesn't reflect his heart. A friend might be expected to always be available, even while his own life is collapsing. In each case, the role doesn't strengthen, it restricts. He refuses to comply, because he knows living by another person's script is a slow death. Imagine an actor handed lines he never wrote. He might impress the audience, but the story will never truly be his. The Sigma male rejects that script altogether. He chooses to write his own. This makes him impossible to categorize, and deeply unsettling to people who thrive on predictability. He isn't rebelling for the sake of attention, but because he knows conformity strips away power. In real life, this can look like turning down a high-paying job that costs him his freedom, ending friendships built on guilt, or choosing a path that others mock but that brings him peace. While others twist themselves to fit roles, he stands firm. This is why the Sigma male unsettles people. He proves that survival doesn't require compliance. You don't have to play along. You can reject the parts written for you and still thrive. That isn't weakness. That is the purest form of strength. Number 3, Sigma males create storms without needing an audience. The Sigma male knows that real storms reshape the land without asking for witnesses. This truth guides how he lives. A storm doesn't wait for permission to be powerful, nor does it gather an audience before it unleashes its force. It moves with intent. And when it passes, the ground, the air, and even the horizon are forever altered. The Sigma male understands that true impact is not measured by applause, but by the quiet, lasting changes that remain long after the noise has faded. In everyday life, many people crave recognition. They post online for approval, share struggles to be noticed, and make choices that impress others but add nothing to their growth. The Sigma male moves differently. His actions are not about being seen, but about building results that stand on their own. Think of a craftsman working through the night with no audience. His concern is not recognition, but the fact that when the work is done, it will speak for itself. The difference is like fireworks and rainfall. Fireworks grab attention but vanish in seconds, leaving only smoke. Rain falls quietly, nourishing the earth, reshaping the soil, and sustaining life. The Sigma male chooses the path of rain. His influence is deep, not shallow, lasting, not fleeting. This mindset protects him from the trap of living for the crowd. He has no urgency to prove his strength, because he knows the greatest forces never announce themselves. Just as rivers carve stone over centuries in silence, he believes in building a legacy through steady, quiet action. The lesson is simple: ask yourself if your daily choices are designed for quick approval or for lasting effect. True storms don't waste time putting on a show, they leave behind a landscape that tells their story. The Sigma male lives by this, and that's why his presence is felt even when no one is watching. Number 4. Why Sigma males unsettle the world by refusing to play its game. By refusing to give the world what it wants, the Sigma male forces it to confront its own addiction to control and validation. This is his hidden strength. The world thrives on patterns. It expects people to react on cue, to play along with routines, and to feed its endless hunger for attention. Most surrender to this rhythm because it feels safer to be predictable than to resist. But when the Sigma male refuses to play, everything shifts. His silence, his restraint, and his refusal to be pulled into the game leave others unsettled, because they suddenly see how dependent they are on control. Take arguments, for example. Most arguments are not about truth but about dominance. People push buttons until someone reacts, because the reaction gives them power. The Sigma male denies them that. His calm refusal to engage exposes the real motive, that the fight was never about resolution but manipulation. The same truth plays out online. Many share not to express themselves, but to harvest likes and comments. They crave validation. The Sigma male shares little or nothing, and in doing so, he silently exposes how addicted others have become to external approval. His refusal reveals their hunger, not his. Even in work environments, this principle stands. A boss may expect instant compliance, but the Sigma male won't act blindly. His pause isn't rebellion, it's a reminder that leadership should be built on respect, not control. His resistance forces those in power to reflect on whether their authority is genuine or just a demand for obedience. And this is the uncomfortable truth: the world is not as independent as it pretends to be. It feeds on reactions, agreement, and attention. By refusing to play, the Sigma male holds up a mirror. People are forced to face their dependency for what it is. That is why his presence is disruptive. He isn't struggling to be different. He's simply living free from the world's demands. And that's a lesson most people aren't ready to face. Number 5. The Sigma male's quiet rebellion against spectacle. In a world addicted to spectacle, the Sigma male refuses to be anyone's entertainment. His defiance is not loud, but absolute. Today, almost everything is packaged for display. People broadcast their meals, parade their struggles, and chase validation as if attention itself guarantees worth. But the Sigma male stands apart. He knows that the moment you let yourself become entertainment, you risk losing the essence of who you are. Think about social media. A person may wake up exhausted yet post a flawless, filtered smile for strangers to applaud. The audience cheers, but inside, emptiness grows. That is the cost of performance. You give the world a show while your reality withers. The Sigma male will not play this game. He doesn't stage his life for applause, because he knows true power lies in living authentically, not curating an image. Consider the coworker who tells endless jokes out of fear that silence will make them invisible. People laugh, but respect slips away. They've become an entertainer, not a force. The Sigma male chooses differently. He may sit quietly while others chatter, but when he speaks, his words carry weight because they are not diluted by a constant need to amuse. And that is what unsettles people. His silence cuts through the noise like a blade, reminding everyone how much of our culture is built on distraction. By refusing to perform, he forces others to confront reality. His quiet rebellion teaches a powerful truth: you do not need to turn your life into a show for others. Real strength is reclaimed when you stop performing and start living. Number 6. Why Sigma males guard what's sacred. The Sigma male withholds pieces of himself because not everything sacred is meant for public consumption. In an age of constant oversharing, this sets him apart. People reveal their relationships, struggles, and even their deepest pain to strangers online, yet the more they give away, the less those pieces seem to hold value. The Sigma male instinctively understands a simple truth: some things gain power only when they remain private. Think of a garden. If every passerby picked a flower, soon the garden would be bare. Its beauty would vanish because it was given away too freely. That is how he views his inner world. His thoughts, emotions, and dreams are treasures, and treasures lose their worth when treated as ordinary. While others equate total exposure with closeness, he moves differently. He shares only when the moment is right, and only with those who have earned the privilege of carrying it with care. This restraint may confuse people, but it ensures that what he reveals is never wasted. In your own life, think about how often you feel pressured to explain yourself, to reveal your plans, or to open up before you're ready. Sometimes the wisest choice is to hold back, not from fear, but from respect for your own journey. Privacy is not weakness, it is protection. The Sigma male unsettles people because they want access, but he refuses to make himself an open book. His guarded nature reminds us of something profound: mystery is not a flaw, it is power. The parts of you that remain unseen are often the parts that hold your deepest strength. Number 7. He doesn't chase influence, yet it follows him. The Sigma male never bends himself into shape for the sake of recognition, yet influence naturally gravitates toward him. This is the paradox of his existence. While others hustle for attention, climb social ladders, and reshape themselves to gain approval, he quietly lives by his own code. That refusal to conform is what makes him magnetic. People are instinctively drawn to authenticity, strength that cannot be bought or sold. Most influence in society is manufactured. Politicians rehearse speeches to please voters, celebrities reinvent themselves to fit trends, and everyday people adjust their personalities just to impress bosses or strangers online. The Sigma male steps away from this exhausting cycle. He knows the more you contort yourself for approval, the weaker your foundation becomes. Instead, like a tree standing firm in a storm, branches swaying but the trunk unshaken, he holds steady. That stability attracts people searching for something real in a world of shifting illusions. In the workplace, his quiet consistency eventually wins more trust than the theatrics of others. In friendships, he may not speak often, but his words carry weight because they are rooted in truth, not performance. Genuine influence cannot be forced, it follows those who remain unshakable in who they are. The Sigma male is proof that in a world of copies, authenticity is unforgettable. Number 8. His refusal protects the rarest thing he owns: freedom. When the Sigma male says no, it isn't out of bitterness, it's an act of protection. What he guards most is his freedom. Many misunderstand his resistance to certain paths, mistaking it for stubbornness, but in reality, he knows that freedom is not just movement, it's the ability to think, decide, and live without invisible chains disguised as opportunities. Once freedom is lost, everything else loses its meaning. Take, for example, someone who accepts a high-paying job that looks glamorous from the outside but feels like a cage of endless pressure and no time to breathe. They traded freedom for comfort, and soon, that comfort begins to decay. The Sigma male avoids this trap. His rejections aren't ungratefulness, they're shields against losing the one thing that keeps him true to himself. The same applies to relationships. Many stay in draining connections out of fear of loneliness or judgment. They bend until they no longer recognize themselves. The Sigma male, however, would rather walk alone than suffocate his independence. His loyalty is deep, but it cannot exist in a place that smothers his spirit. Even in small choices, declining social events, avoiding meaningless trends, or keeping parts of his life private, his refusal is not negativity. It is preservation. Freedom is the space that allows him to create, explore, and live guided by his own compass instead of the world's current. The world often mislabels compliance as cooperation and sacrifice as love. But the Sigma male sees through these illusions. His refusal is rebellion, a quiet declaration that nothing is more sacred than living on your own terms. Number 9. The power of invisibility. The Sigma male often chooses invisibility, because true power multiplies in the shadows. In a culture addicted to attention, constant updates, and endless noise, he takes another path. He knows that not all strength must be put on display. Some of the most decisive moves are made quietly, away from the glare of eyes. Think of a chess game. The most dangerous player is not the one announcing every move but the one who studies in silence, setting traps that reveal themselves only when it's too late. The Sigma male lives by this principle. By stepping back when the world expects performance, he gains an advantage others can't see. His invisibility is not absence, it is strategy. While others announce plans before they act, he holds back until the work is done. This prevents interference and makes his impact feel sudden, almost unstoppable. Even in conflict, he watches first, letting others reveal their weaknesses. When he finally speaks, his precision cuts deeper than 1,000 wasted words. Power in shadows is not weakness, it is conservation. It is rivers carving valleys in silence, or roots holding up mountains without ever being seen. The Sigma male understands, visibility may attract attention, but invisibility often builds influence. When he does step into the light, the effect is impossible to ignore. Number 10. The refusal of quick answers. The Sigma male denies the world its quick answers, forcing it to confront the discomfort of deeper questions. In a time where everyone craves instant results, fast food, and fast fixes, he moves at his own pace. He knows that quick responses often mask shallow thinking, while silence uncovers truths most people fear. When asked about life, love, or choices, he does not return cliches or easy reassurances. Instead, he might stay quiet, or ask a question that forces reflection. This unsettles people who expect comfort but receive challenge. For example, when someone asks if they should leave a toxic relationship, most will answer instantly, yes or no. The Sigma male instead asks, why are you staying? That reversal forces self-examination. In workplaces, he does the same. Colleagues expect quick solutions. He instead steps back, asking the questions no one else dares. Why does this problem keep happening? Who benefits from it not being solved? These deeper questions break cycles of shallow fixes. His refusal to provide quick answers is not arrogance, it is wisdom. Growth does not come from shortcuts, but from wrestling with truth until it transforms you. The Sigma male pushes others into that uncomfortable, but necessary, space where real change begins. Final words, freedom above all. So what happens if you stop giving the world what it constantly demands? The Sigma male shows us, you gain freedom. True freedom is not handed to you, it is guarded, piece by piece, with every choice about where your energy goes. You don't owe the world constant visibility, instant replies, or endless sacrifices. Like a storm that does not rain on demand, your power lies in restraint, patience, and silence. The world will always pressure you to bend. But the mark you leave is not measured by how often you gave in. It is measured by the moments you stood firm, choosing invisibility, patience, and freedom. Remember this, your strength does not lie in giving yourself away, it lies in what you choose to protect.